So here's the big question that's on everyone's mind right now. With Galbrena confirmed for the first half of version 2.7 and Qiuyuan in the second phase, where should you invest your polls? And more importantly, what kind of future team compositions are these banners setting us up for? The answers are a little more complicated than they look on paper, but trust me, once you see the full picture, you'll realize exactly why Kuro Games has structured the next patches this way. Yo, welcome back to the channel. Kamusta po sa inyong lahat? Galbrena is just around the corner. And with two more limited Resonators coming right after, the pressure is on to manage your asteroids carefully. If you're planning to top up, you can save up to 21% through loot bar compared to in-game purchases. And there's an extra 10% discount waiting for you with the link in my description. Loot Bar's DIY mobile top-ups are safe, fast, and don't require you to share your password. With high Trustpilot ratings and reliable delivery, they cover everything from Lunite subscriptions and battle passes to full Lunite top-ups. Check the link below if you want to stretch your budget further. So, let's start with Galbrena. She's positioned as the centerpiece of version 2.7, but the truth is she doesn't exist in a vacuum. The developers are clearly building around the concept of monofusion teams, and that's where Lupa comes in. Lupa's outro buff doesn't perfectly mesh with Galbrena's heavy attack and echo skill affinity, but the synergy is undeniable when you look at the bigger picture. Pack Hunt, her defining effect, boosts the entire monofusion party with 6% attack and 10% fusion damage buffs. While those buffs don't stack endlessly, they start getting crazy when you slot 3 fusion resonators into the same team. Against Overlord or Calamity class enemies, you unlock another 10% fusion damage bonus, which is exactly the kind of scaling you need in high level content. But it gets even better. Every time your active resonators trigger their intro skill, Pack Hunt upgrades, handing out another 6% attack increase to the whole squad, capping at 18%. Suddenly, the Monofusion Dream Team doesn't look like a meme anymore. If you're eyeing Galbrena because you want to fully commit to fusion comps, then Lupa isn't just nice to have. She's practically mandatory. The real question is whether you already have Brand, because that's when things get scary. Brand benefits from Lupa's basic attack buffs, and while he doesn't do much for Galbrena's heavy attacks, his sheer damage presence stabilizes the team. If you don't have him, don't panic. Mortifi becomes your plan B. He hands out heavy attack buffs through his outro and brings even more attack thanks to his Empyrean Anthem set. Next, moving into the second half of 2.7, we shift our focus to Chiuan and the rerun of Karththeia. On paper, Karththeia doesn't hand Qiuyuan anything useful through her outro, but the pairing makes sense when you dig deeper. Qiuyuan's role here is not to lean on Karththeia but to amplify her. By buffing her crit damage and outputting more consistent DPS than Rover ever could, Qiuyuan makes Karththeia shine brighter. With Shakona currently rerunning, this adds another layer of synergy potential. Though it's still an open question how well the puzzle pieces will ultimately fit together. One thing is clear, Kuro wants to test Karththeia's flexibility and see how players adapt Qiuyuan into her rotations. And then we move to version 2.8, and this is where things get even juicier. Chisa will finally make her long-anticipated debut. Paired with her, we'll likely see the rerun of Frolova and the introduction of Renaceda's only 4-star, Bullying. Chisa and Frolova are a scary duo. Frolova's kit provides a 20% havoc damage buff and a whopping 25% heavy attack damage buff, which perfectly complements Chisa's potential playstyle. The big question is whether Chisa herself will lean into havoc damage or fill a completely different niche. I'm doubtful she'll be a Havoc Bane specialist, but the possibility is always there. Either way, the synergy with Frolova guarantees that she won't launch into the game without a partner who helps her shine. But 2.8 isn't just about new debuts. We're also staring down a rotation of long overdue reruns. Camellia hasn't been seen since version 2.2, which makes her a strong candidate to return. Yinlin and Qiuyuan are in a similar boat. Neither of them had a proper solo rerun since last year. And even though they appeared during the first phase of the anniversary, it's been way too long for both of them to stay absent. Meanwhile, Phoebe and Sunny are creeping up the rerun lists as well, with high chances of showing up soon. If I had to put my money on it, my best guess for version 2.8's rerun lineup would be Chiuan and Sunny. They're overdue, they fit the schedule, and they would stir up just enough hype without overshadowing Chisa's debut. So, the road ahead is clear, but it's also layered with decisions. If you're a fusion enthusiast, Galbrena and Lupa together are non-negotiable. If you're leaning into Karththeia's crit-heavy comps, Qiuyuan is the upgrade you didn't know you needed. And if you're saving for the future, 2.8 might be the patch to drain your resources with Chisa, Proloba, and a pair of reruns that will tempt just about everyone. The only thing certain is that Guru Games is carefully constructing banner sequences to push you into new comps while dangling reruns you thought you were safe skipping. The banners ahead aren't just about shiny new characters. They're also about forcing you to make tough choices. Do you lock in your monofusion squad now or gamble on future synergies? Do you patch up Karththeia with Qiuyuan or wait for Chisa's potential breakout moment? Every decision carries weight, and pulling on the wrong banner could set your account back months. So, before you throw your assets away, think carefully, plan carefully. The road ahead is a minefield, and only the smartest players will come out on top. And if you need additional Lunites, don't forget, hit the link in my description for my loot bar link and save up to 21%. And if this video resonated with you, please leave a like for more gold tubes, subscribe for extra asteroids, and hit the bell for Lunite top-ups. Thank you so much for watching. Maraming salamat po, and I will see you in the next video drop. Goodbye.
For every note that's played, and every accolade, and every mask that hides a secretive message conveyed. And as we serenade, our characters portray this masquerade. Come with us to a place that's far beyond. Tonight rejoice along to our joy.